Hey, what's going on, everybody? Nemesis Prime 85 coming at you with another video, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Studio Series War for Cybertron Optimus Prime. So, before we take a look at the figure, as always, we'll look at the box. As you can see, it is the standard Studio Series box with the new shrunken down size and the open window with the massive render of Prime on the front there from the video game. On the side, same exact render of Prime, just bigger. Got a little touchpad out the top, touchpad, D-pad, whatever you want to call it. On the side, same exact render. And on the back, your CG renders of the figure before it was released. And that's all we got for the box. And the backdrop, if you've played the video games, is the K-On! Prison. I've never taken them out, and I don't really plan to, so I apologize for anybody that does like the backdrops, but that's not why you're here. We are here for probably one of my new favorite figures. This guy is, I like to call him Beeftimus, because he's beefy. You'll see when we get him into robot mode, but he's intense. But as you can see in his vehicle mode, it is very faithful to what we got in the War for Cybertron game. Sure, it's not 100% perfect. I'm looking at that, but for $30, it's really nice. I do enjoy this figure. As you can see on the front, you've got. This is probably the biggest issue with the vehicle mode is just these open gaps, but if you look at it from certain angles, it works. But you got the windows or whatever on the front, silver bumper, got the smokestack things, giant wheel up front, little ones in the back, and as you saw, the massive issue for a lot of people. Because, so many of us collectors, we display our figures turned around in vehicle mode. Like, it's friggin', I don't understand why that pisses people off so much. Like, it's just, whatever. This is an amazing figure. Nobody's looking at it on the shelf like that. But, yeah. So, there you go. And I, unfortunately, do not have the original figure, so I can't have any comparisons on that. There are a lot of pictures out there that you should be easily able to find. And we will talk about his accessories briefly. So here you have his gun. You can see a couple little callbacks to the original, especially in the stock area. Yeah. And then this, for vehicle mode storage, you got these two tabs on the back, two tabs. And then you can just plug that in there. And you have his gun in vehicle mode. And then you have the axe. We will touch on these more later. But for the axe, two little slots, two tabs. Then you can just plug that on like that. Not the best weapon storage I've seen. But, hey, it's there if you really want to do it. But, yeah. So there you go. Now we will get on to the transformation. And the transformation on this guy is very fun. I really like this figure. Just hoping that Toy Hacks or somebody puts out some stickers. Because there's some paint things on him that I wish he had. But to start the transformation, you want to take these side panels, pull them out. And then you can take the smokestacks and just push them down. Next thing you want to do is take the roof, pull that up, come back to the hands, and you want to pull them down and untab them, and then you want to take this entire assembly and swing that up. And unfortunately, they left a screw out in the crotch section of Prime, so that keeps coming apart. It's kind of scaring me, but hopefully nothing bad happens. Okay, then the next thing you want to do is take the arms, untab them, and then just bring them down all the way. And now you can take the legs, bring them down, and rotate that around. Then you can take the feet, bring these down, take the wheels in the back, rotate them in. Now you're able to tab in these side bits. Then you want to untab the legs from each other, straighten out the feet, and then you bring these down, and there is a tab and a slot on the inside of that, and you just sandwich that, and the legs are done. Now you want to come back to this. You want to take these side bits and pull them out. They are just on a little track, super easy. You want to take the bumper assembly, bring that up, and rotate it, and then take the entire torso, untab it, swing it down, and just push it in, bring the head forward, and then take these, rotate them back, like so, go back to the bumper, collapse it up like that, and then these, will sandwich it in, securing everything in place. Then you take the arms, bring them down, and position them correctly, and there you have Optimus in his robot mode. And like I said, you can see how chunky this thing is. He is a thick little dude, but it's very accurate, and I love it. Like, this is just, he is a very enjoyable figure. So we'll get in. Look at the head sculpt. As you can see, the head sculpt is very accurate to what we saw in the games. The chest, everything. He's just, I really like this guy. It's really fun to mess with. Only thing I have that's an issue is just the bumper hanging out, because that kind of ruins the silhouette. But what can you do? He looks great. But you can see all the little kind of honeycomb areas that are actually molded into the figure, because that's what they look like in the game with just lighting, but they're molded in and painted, so they look very nice. So yeah, the legs. Another little inaccuracy is having the shins sunken into the leg. They weren't like that in the game. Even Mark, who was one of the designers, I'm messing with the video game figure and I'm saying developers. One of the designers, Mark, talked about how they thought it would just look cool if they sunk them down. Everything else about this figure is absurdly accurate, so I don't know why they decided to do that, but yeah. So for robot mode and articulation, head, it's on a ball joint. You can look up pretty high. I do like that. The shoulders are just on these massive joints that can come up that far. They can rotate all the way around. You've got some bicep swivel. Little over 90 at bicep. And little hand swivel. The torso does rotate full 360. Legs can come up. He can do the full splits if you want him to. There is rotation that can go forward all the way. I'm not going to do it because it's pulling the entire crotch assembly apart. The knees can bend just a little less than 90. And the feet can go back a little bit, and ankle tilt. So far, he is the only War for Cybertron figure with ankle tilt, unless you switch Bumblebee's legs around. I did have Bumblebee and Barricade on pre-order, but then I just canceled Barricade because it didn't really interest me. And then last night, I got an email for Bumblebee saying he was going to ship, but I just... If you played the games and you've seen the original figure, if they had just shrunk that thing down, it would have been perfect. The new figure, I don't hate it, but just the entire chest, just it doesn't work. It's janky and weird. So I canceled the pre-order. If he goes on sale for $15, I'll probably buy him. Having him after taxes and shipping be almost the same price as this guy before taxes and shipping is just, it's stupid. But so for the accessories, I haven't slept, man. For the accessories on Optimus, he does have the Matrix. So if you just come in here, open it up, you've got the Matrix chamber. You can see the Matrix and all the inner workings of Prime, all sculpted, and the Matrix does pop out. It is an entirely new mold we've never seen before. Painted pretty nicely. do like it. And then you can even see a little bit more detail on them. Well, you just pop that back in, close it up. There you go. And like we briefly showed earlier, we will start with the axe. So the cool thing about the axe is in the E3 trailer, his axe was in this configuration. This is my favorite. This is how I've been posing him. You've got the massive blades up front and the blades on the back. But in the game, the axe didn't look like this. It didn't have the super long handle, so they give you the ability to remove that, give his little handheld one, and rotate this around, and he's got the massive short axe that he had in the game itself. So you can have him holding it like that, which personally, this isn't my favorite. I'm just not really a fan of how that looks. And then there's just that side doesn't look so great. Hoping DNA Design has a kit out for this guy, because just an entire arsenal of weapons from the game that fit with this 5mm port system would be awesome. If you close it back up and you pull it out and then you stick it back together, you can give him the giant axe that he had in the promotional trailer for the game and the intro cutscene. So there you go. And then the coolest part about these War for Cybertron figures, aside from the Megatron that got leaked that for some reason doesn't utilize this system, you have your guns. Look at the details a little bit more, like I said a minute ago. You got the super G1 look at stock. It's really cool. I like this thing. But if you've played the games, you know that the arms themselves transformed into the guns. And on these figures, again, besides from Megatron, you can do that. And his arm becomes the gun like it did in the game. Like, it's genius. I love this. Like, this is just, it's friggin' cool. But, like I said, Megatron and Studio Series Rhinox from Rise of the Beast got leaked. And on the back, Megatron just has his fusion cannon, or riot cannon, whatever they called it in the game, just mounted on the side of his arm like he did in G1 and everything else. So, like I said, I'm really hoping DNA Design comes out with some kits, because I'd love to give him a bunch of different guns. I'd love for Megatron's arm to actually be the gun. And Barricade and Bumblebee, same thing. Barricade comes with the SMG. And I don't remember what Bumblebee comes with. But all of them. They've all just got this genius system. I would love if we got a War for Cybertron, Fall of Cybertron Jazz, because that design is awesome. A Grimlock in a leader class scale, even though they're trying to do the 86 Dinobots, and they still haven't done the Michael Bay ones, other than Grimlock in Studio Series. So I'd rather them stay away from all the War for Cybertron, Fall of Cybertron Dinobots, but it would be awesome. So if you are in the market for that, I'd recommend the Planet X one, because he's big, not 100% in scale with this guy, but it's Grimlock. He's supposed to be massive, in my opinion. I did really like how they did it in Age of Extinction, having the Dinobots just be huge. But before we end it, take one last look at this, because this is just awesome to me. Like I said, I'm really hoping DNA Design and Toy Hacks do some stickers and upgrade kits, because all DNA would really have to do, maybe just have some plugins for that are a little more accurate, some gap fillers for the thighs, some more guns, better axes with a more sturdy handle. And then Toy Hacks, these little sections are supposed to be blue, maybe some more accurate Autobot logos, just some different stickers for the windows, or I don't know. But for $30 and a mainline licensed figure, this thing is near perfect. And I'm gonna grab, totally forgot to grab this guy. Here he is with one of my older figures that I've had for a long time that is covered in dust. The Fall of Cybertron Deluxe Optimus. Missing his crotch because reasons. I don't know where it is, and it kind of annoys me. But as you can see, Beeftimus here is substantially bigger than him. This is a design that needs to get updated with a Studio Series figure. They're focusing on War for Cybertron right now, but I'm really hoping they do a Fall of Cybertron Prime and Megatron, because even Megatron in which one was it? I keep confusing the names of these games. In Fall of Cybertron, Megatron is even beefier than he is. Like, just, they're all so thick in those games. It's like Bumblebee having Optimus and Soundwave just have massive thighs. Like, I don't know why, but I just like the big, beefy looks of these guys. But, yeah. So, there you can see it. And I, unfortunately, like I said, do not have any of the old figures. I did see some at TFCon, but it was the, I think it was Takara Legends that did the nicer paint on Optimus and Bumblebee from the original figures, but dude was asking like $70 loose and incomplete for each. So I didn't end up doing it. If you haven't seen my TFCon haul, I would recommend going and watching that because we had a good time at TFCon. They are coming back to Burbank next year, so I will be making another trip out to California at the start of next year to go celebrate the 40th of Transformers with TFCon. So that'll be fun. Maybe I'll stick to it this year and vlog it. I've been talking about vlogging TFCon the last 2 times I've gone, and then just got there and haven't done it. So we'll see. As of right now, the upload schedule's gonna be pretty crazy. I've got a couple figures coming that I might be taking reviews on, but the biggest thing I'm looking forward to is the DLX Optimus upgrade kits that I've been investing in. The last kit is shipping to me this month, hopefully. He's been updating us. It was supposed to be here last month, but some factory delays and then painting got a little crazy, so he delayed it. But once I get that, I will be doing a video, so stay tuned to that. If you're liking these DLX figures and you want them to be 10 times better than they already are, you're going to want to see that video, because I will explain the entire process of getting these kits. So, back to Beeftimus. That's really about it. This is an amazing figure. I picked mine up from Hasbro Pulse. I think he's still up for pre-order, but he is starting to ship out soon. BBTS, last time I checked, did have him in stock. They also have Armada Optimus from Legacy in stock, so my Pulse pre-order for that might also be shipping soon. We'll see. But as of right now, he's still up for pre-order everywhere, in stock at BBTS or in stock from overseas retailers. But you're going to have to pay an arm and a leg for them because shipping is crazy. So, yeah, that's all there is. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon, because if you've been with the channel for a while, you know my upload schedule is non-existent. It doesn't make sense. It's weird. So, do that. And leave a comment down below if there are any figures you want to see. I have got my most recent collection video. I haven't added much to the collection, so if you see anything in that video you're wanting me to review, for a throwback review or new figures that you see lying around, I will consider reviewing them. But other than that, there's nothing to say. So, like I said, stay tuned for these next uploads, and I will see you guys in the next one.